taking on the Nighthawks of Houston. And we are underway from Houston. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Right away, they'll change the look. Mayfield to throw on the first play. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
Big time drive. Let's go.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Run.
Now a third-round pick a year ago. Here's Rachaad White. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
I have to admit I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
But you look at this defense. They were strong last week, CD, and that win over New England.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
Point it right.
They keep it on the ground. White again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Mayfield now from the 50. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Now Mayfield. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Now back to the ground game with White. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They go with White on the counter, and he won't get back to the line of scrimmage this time either as they stop him behind the line once more. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Throwing, Mayfield. It's caught. This is White. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Rachaad White, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got a man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Play action. Now it's Allen. They'll roll him out right. Now the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown. Stephon Diggs. 40 yards. And the Nighthawks are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
And now a two-point conversion attempt forthcoming. Allen will try to throw for it. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for two. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they are losers of two straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
Mayfield now on second down. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw pulled in by Marshall. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Alert! Look out!
Allen looks to throw on second down. Escaping the pressure right. And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown. Stephon Diggs. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Nighthawks are able to extend their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
And he will get into the end zone, and it's now a 2-score game as the lead moves to 9. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Real. Regular. What's up?
From the gun, Mayfield. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he's able to get up here to the 26. The offense on third down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9.
King. What's up?
Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have the Bucs first down. And how about that for a big play on 4th and 10? They get almost exactly what they need to move the sticks. Mayfield to throw it. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
Alert!
So after the INT, it's Allen. Finds his rookie tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Of note, that last throw right there, putting him over 3,000 yards passing now for the year.
And when you start running the numbers in your head and realize that we're not halfway done with the season yet, you think to yourself, could this be a 6,000-yard season? That's definitely on the table.
Half 85.
On on first down, Allen. He's going to go up top for the end zone.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second.
Alert!
But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play with.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Alert!
So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17.
Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted.
And the Bucs are going to take over at their own 41.
He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground with White. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield.
These guys running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Mayfield going to switch things up here.
Back to throw now on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They'll go up the middle with White. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Mayfield now. That's to his running back, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. First down, here's White. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Mayfield trying to get him up to the line as fast as he can.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Rachaad White
with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Buccaneers are back within a score.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And it's good. It cuts it to 2. 16-14 our score. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On play action, Allen. And bringing it in, it's Davis. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. Buying time to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
2nd and 10.
Middle. All 52. Half. What's that?
Here's Allen to throw it.
That one deep from Marshall. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. He completes this to Russell Gage. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Well, there's no disputing. He's made some poor throws in this first half, but this was a good one. And you can bet this is an offense that isn't going to pull back. They believe in what he can do. So all you can do is look forward, and they pick up a first down.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Final play of the half, Mayfield. It's caught inside the 10. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So instead of trailing into the lockers, they grabbed the lead with the clock reading all zeros before intermission.
I would love to go into the locker room with them because right now they're riding a nice wave, aren't they? They're feeling good about themselves. But I know the coach is going to be talking to them about calming down, taking it easy. We've got a whole second half, but use the way we finished the first one to start the second.
So now with a late touchdown, not only will they take the lead to the locker room, but they'll try and add 2 more here.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Stop.
They'll try and run it here, but he will not get the 2 points. He stopped up short, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So a 4-point game here as we get set to resume action in this third quarter of play. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Half.
To throw, it's Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Allen's throw taken in by Diggs.
And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
Hey, home.
Allen going to change this at the line.
Half 10. Alert!
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Stop. Monday. What's that?
And again, it's Allen. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 28. Now Allen. Sliding out of the pocket.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Look out!
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
56.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Look out!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
So the shotgun snap to Allen, eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Terrace Marshall, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Nighthawks have retaken a third-quarter lead. This feels like something we'd see more commonly, CD, in a college game. They give it to the receiver down here in the red zone, but it winds up successful.
Yeah, partner, I think you think it's less likely to find running space to the edge down here close to the end zone where things are so condensed. But a lot of times you end up focusing on the running backs, and they're able to slip it to the receiver, and it resulted in a touchdown.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd and 8. Opting to run again here with White. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. That is caught. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Mayfield. Into the hands of the rookie Jordan Addison. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Mayfield. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Regular. Hey, alert. What's up?
Mayfield looks to throw. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. the windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that's now a half dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Because CD, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here.
And the way that you present it, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way, it's way too many. And that's something they'll have to work on, hoping to get through the rest of this game without having to address it again.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. Now Allen. Taking a shot here for Marshall. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Houston.
Terrace Marshall
with touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Nighthawks will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball on a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break.
Balled it to 26, 2nd and 7.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Oh, they try lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play.
And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be 1 step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out. And that's one of the few things that has not gone right for this offense so far. They've had their share of big plays. That was nearly another. But somehow, he just couldn't squeeze it.
Diggs in motion left. On 2nd down, here's Allen. Now he's loose again. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And he's got it. Touchdown.
Terrace Marshall
from 17 yards out.
And the Nighthawks add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And Well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at the 20.
Hey, alert 33. Hurry, hurry. Kings.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. They got his man complete. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Buccaneers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown.
Terrace Marshall,
84 yards.
and the Nighthawks are poised to move to 8-0 as they extend their lead even further.
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed Old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Tyler Bass now for the point after.
And that one makes this a 19-point game.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down.
There he goes again.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown.
Rashad White, 81 yards. And the Bucs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the hands team does its job. They're able to secure it. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
That one deep from Marshall. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On play action, Allen going deep for Diggs. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A huge play there for Houston. And even 40 yards.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Middle.
From the gun, it's Allen. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Allen to throw once more. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Here's Allen to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal. Now Allen again. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Gabriel Davis
From 3 yards out.
and the Nighthawks tack on another score as they have dominated this 4th quarter. So that drive there, CD, a good response, and that might be the one that gets them to the finish line, a comfortable lead.
Yeah, and that's all about not letting the team back into a game because they just gave up a touchdown. It was back to a 2-score game, and anything can happen in that situation. But instead, they came through with a really terrific drive right there that ended in 6. So you like to slam the door on teams? In this case, they're trying to lock it as well.
Allen will try to throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And his
his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Point it right.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Point it right.
Mayfield now. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blank.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
Desperation time. Mayfield on fourth down. And that's going to be incomplete. The Bucs try it on fourth down but come up empty. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Terrace Marshall, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Nighthawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Here's Bass now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much. Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, we just saw the recipe for success right there. Big body, strong, agile, playing with great leverage in hands. Not really able to be blocked on that play. Close things down inside.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to be a loss of 15 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and very long. Though certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up.
What's that?
Third down. Here's a run by Cook. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
Well, they got off the field on third down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. On play action, Allen out to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The fourth down pass play doesn't work out. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot.
Hurry, hurry! What's up?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. One last shot for Mayfield here. Going for it all. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time is run out now on this game. So Houston going to come away here.